once it gets warmed up to temp, it's fine.
You know, what's the story on the car?
Okay, so I bought the car out of Phoenix, and my belief is this, I'm like the 4th owner of this car, 4th or 5th. And I believe it came out of Van Nuys, California plant.
Okay.
And then it stayed in California till the guy I bought it from sold it to me.
Okay, though.
I bought it in about 2007, and it had this motor in it, and motor and tranny, had the whole setup in it. And I took it out to the track, and it ran like a 15-second, and I was just sick.
Okay.
So I immediately came back, and we pulled the motor out. It had a cracked head, and it had one cylinder. So I took it to a guy named Nicky. He built a lot of NASCAR cars. And he says, "What do you want?" And I said, "I want 400 streetable horsepower. I want it to run on pump gas. I want to drive and get ice cream in it." And then so he goes, "Okay." I said, "I want to use my head, my cam, and I want to use my headers. And I want to build the rest." And he goes, "Okay." So he immediately pulled off, and he goes, "The head's cracked, got to get new heads." And then he said, "Well, might as well get you new headers." And I said, "Okay." And so anyway, so none of that stuff I said. So we put a new cam in it, we put new headers on it, we put new heads on it, we put everything in it, balance and blueprint in it, the whole 9 yards. And then I said, "Where am I at?" I said, "I wanted 400 streetable horsepower." And he says, "I think you're in the 500 range." That's what he said. I've never dynoed it since then because it didn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
fast.
It's fast and strong. It's
Okay.
got. I wanted to build a 12-second car.
Okay.
I went out with the street tires and a 373 rear end, 373, 377. I have a highway rear end in it, and I ran a 13.3. So I convinced myself that I threw some slicks on there because I was just lighting up, like I couldn't get it to get traction. So anyway,
Okay, so but the frame is still original, I see, that's good.
yes.
Nothing is welded on.
Do what?
Nothing is welded on the frame, that's
Oh,
good.
Yeah. As far as I know, this is the only. This?
Yeah, I just
That's
saw
it.
That's the only little issue that it
That's
has.
just classic. That
Yeah.
happened on every one of these cars.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's really easy to fix it, so...
I think it has 68,000 original miles.
Okay.
If you open the door and like you just feel how they open, and
Yeah.
close, it just. So I had the interior put into it. The paint looked about like it did right now,
Yeah.
and so I had the interior put in it.
So we need a couple new rubbers too.
Yep. I did the I put new tires on it. These are pretty new tires. There's a date on them. You can tell them.